find a place where we could air freight the film into our Los Angeles office, so they would immediately develop it, and then get right back to us if we had to do any reflights. And what we had done, so we started out at Brownsville, Texas, way down there, and we were flying a potential location for a pipeline. And it was just two strips. We were covering maybe 3 miles wide, and up through Texas. And then I flew it from Brownsville to Texarkana. Then somebody else flew it up, but we had to go up to, and we stopped at Joliet, and we flew the last 100 miles from Joliet south for that pipeline location. And so that was the one occasion when I can't remember whether we stopped at Meigs or at Midway.
But I bet you have been at Meigs.
Yeah, because what we did, we land, this is always fun. This is a little bit dirty. We land someplace, and a male photographer and myself, and we'd walk inside and say, "You guys don't have a dark closet someplace. We need a dark closet." You know, they'd all look at you.
That's funny.
Well, what he would do, he would go in, get a dark closet, and then he'd real carefully have to seal all the cracks and whatnot. Then he would unload the magazines, put them in the film cans, seal them, and then we'd put them right on the airliner to go into Los Angeles.
That's why you needed the dark
Did
closet.
you have a red light to work with?
No, absolute dark.
Could do it by
feel.
Yeah, did all by feel, yeah.
Interesting.
And we would sometimes, I'm starting to forget the numbers, one magazine held 160 exposures. Sometimes you have maybe two, if it had been a long flight, you have 2 or 3 magazines to unload. But
they needed a dark closet.
Yeah. Yeah.
What airport was the most airport memory? I mean, an airport that was crazy or scary, or did you land in some funny places?
We avoided the big ones when we could.
Yeah.
And most of I flew during my professional career probably more out of Burbank, California. I think they call it Bob Hope now, I think. And the other one we flew out of Roosevelt Field on Long Island, which is no longer, I guess it's a shopping center.
Long Island, New York?
Yes.
I'll be darned.
Yeah, I got transferred from our Los Angeles office to New York. And that's a story in itself. And then Roosevelt that's where Lindbergh took off from. That was
is that right?
Yeah. But it was getting pretty quiet there, so we moved out to. Are you familiar with Long Island? You know where Bethpage is?
No, I don't, but I know that it's.
Yeah. Well, Grumman Aircraft has a big factory out at Bethpage, and so we moved out there. There was mechanics, and it was a little handier all the way around. And then Jill lived and I lived at Long Island for a while, at Mineola, and for a while at Amityville for a year or more. Yeah.
That was fun. Did you get into the big city?
Some, yeah.
Little.
Yeah.
Ha. Well, I know, some of those airports are precariously positioned,
Relative to the community, yeah. They used to be out in the countryside, but the city's going out around them is what happens so often.
For sure. They've just redone Iowa City's airport quite a bit. So